Mambo Italiano, hey, hey, mambo. Mambo Italiano, go, go, Joe. Shake it like a Giovanni. All you Calabrese do the mambo like a crazy with
Disclaimer, disclaimer. I ain't no therapist. I'm just a chick with a lot of opinions. I'm not judging. I've been on the other side of this, with the breakup kickstarting my journey to realizing that shit. So here we go. Alright, so you know that meme of that angel rolling his eyes and the caption says, "My guardian angel's face when they see me making choices"? I laugh anytime I see that, because no doubtedly my guardian angel is like, bruh, fuck are you doing? But they fed up because real recognize, well, shit. But I digress. So I started to learn a lot after that. I had to get fed up with my shit to be like, fuck it, time for a do-over. You ever have a homie date someone and they're terrible and everyone that follows is almost identical? Or that's on purpose? We as humans have this idea that suffering is normal in relationships in order to grow, but that's not always true. So we fall into the same problems. Some of us plummet. I mean, Jesus, do we plummet? Prolonged trauma turns into tragedy too quick. Suddenly your cycle is in rotation and you say this phrase, same old shit, right? Keeps happening. And the reason it does isn't because you're not learning, simply. To apply the same method and expect different results doesn't work ever. On God, that shit don't work. So I started paying attention to how I speak to myself and the beliefs I had from previous relationships I was in and what I saw around me. My husband and I got into a chat about exes and relationships we've witnessed, and common consensus was that motherfuckers be settling way too much. Like motherfuckers be letting other people skate on you, like Christy Yamaguchi. Let me put it to you like this. If you saw your kin or your child just dealing with whatever they accept, what would your visceral response be? Maybe remind them how amazing they are? Maybe that they deserve more? Or they deserve something real, or they're worth putting not one foot down but both? Well, why don't we speak to ourselves like that? Seriously, it gets to a point that you don't understand you're repeating the same things, and no one wants to hear about you accepting bullshit when your beautiful ass deserves so much more. Being alone after being hurt sucks ass. Like a lot. But trust me, yo, it's not the end of the world. I know that someone may feel like that, but a separation is necessary for your growth. Seriously, universe will pluck you from someone by any means for you to cut the shit out and force you out of that suffering. And two, there's currently 7.8 billion people on Earth, bro. Fuck that nigga Reggie, okay? Sorry to any dude's name Reginald, but you get what I'm saying. Just because you want to grow through that pain doesn't mean God's gonna let you. When it does, you gotta place your faith in the unknown and chill until something better comes along. This is where the preparing comes in. Your higher self sees all of this and always tries to warn you before you step into something, by reminding you that you know what the red flags are. I don't know about y'all, but I've been collecting them for years through cautionary tales like Sonic coins, nigga. Just bing, 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 you know what I'm saying? If you don't trust your choices, just decide to do the opposite of what you always do. If the same formula doesn't work for you anymore, then change the formula, Plankton. Real talk. So I flipped the script. I started learning. Sounds corny, but I got into journaling and self-love books. Such a thug, I know. Got into people like Joe Dispenza, Abraham Hicks, and absorbed all of it. But I was so determined to get out of that loop, I actually applied everything I learned. I started to find other things to give a fuck about besides old pain. I had to learn to do two things. Putting my foot down isn't always easy. Sometimes you need to put it up asses instead to protect yourself. And that's okay. I always had to learn to listen to my feelings and give it discipline. No longer wasting energy on bullshit that people say like it's easy, but for some it's not easy, and I get that. Especially because to some, it's unfortunately what they're used to. But it's not selfish to give energy and love yourself. I repeat, it's not selfish to give energy and love yourself. Get rid of that old belief. If you're tired of giving so much away with no profit return, baby, let it go. It's just the most logical step. and you'll be proud of yourself when you do. I promise. Lastly, but not least, knowing yourself is so important. We focus on what we don't like in people, but always end up coming across it and why. Well, we as humans have a pesky habit of emphasizing what we don't want. That ends up being exactly what we attract. Everything we don't want. Remember I said to pay attention to your feelings? Well, this is the reason. I've heard people say this shit when they see a cute couple and be like, must be nice. Or get a room. That right there sets you up, and you're not gonna get out of that if you keep it up. Especially because you feel negative looking at people in love due to a lack of it in your own reality. But if you love yourself and avoid feeling all that extra shit, once this change manifests, whatever the fuck you want, or whoever the fuck you want, is not impossible. It's inevitable. No more forgetting how dope you are. And if you do, just go listen to Do It Myself by Russ. While you drive to the nail salon for some self-care, buy yourself some Starbucks or some Dunkies and a new outfit, Everything's gonna be more than alright. For real. You have to know without a shadow of a doubt that you'll get to exactly where you want to be. But it's not enough to just know. You gotta believe it. Be absolutely delusional about it to where everybody's saying you can't do this, you can't get that. Literally, middle fingers up. And know within your heart that you will get there, God willing. But alright guys, that's it for me. Please comment down below. I love to see the interactions in the chat about this topic or anything else you'd love to talk about. I'm always checking messages. I'm always replying, so don't sleep, yo. Hit that subscribe, hit the like button. I appreciate you guys so much. And I just want to evolve together. So let's get started on that shit. Let's get started off busting up and being exactly who the fuck we want to be. You know what I'm saying? Hit up my socials in the links and in the description. And until next time, guys, peace.
She just wanna shake it like a Giovanna. I just can't eat it, baby. Benny, Hana. We be making movies, never for the drama. Italian bitch whipping that thing, baby. Just fuck up some gum.